theaters July 26th. And now it's time for our main event of the evening, brought to you by Muscle Farm, fueling athletes safely. 5 rounds of fighting in the UFC middleweight division as AnC Silva battles Chris Weidman. He is the greatest of all time, never defeated inside the octagon. But tonight, AnC Silva faces the biggest fighting challenge of his life.
I've been dreaming about this fight with AnC Silva since I started MMA. I've envisioned beating him. I'm undefeated. I refuse to lose. I am ready to be the UFC champion. I'm going to win this fight.
This is the first time I've ever looked at a guy and I've said, this guy could be the guy. He could beat AnC Silva.
On paper, I'm a terrible matchup for him, and he knows that. He knows I'm not in there to just share the octagon with him. He knows he's not going to beat me before we step in that cage like he's beating a lot of other guys.
He goes all the way out. He is out. Chris Weidman with a huge knockout.
I want AnC Silva. Give me a shot, please.
I think right after I beat Mark Munoz, AnC definitely didn't want to fight me.
Não tem muito eu não querer lutar. Eu luto com qualquer um. Eu luto porque eu gosto. Eu me sinto vivo fazendo isso. Eu amo o que eu faço.
Silva!
These titles, like greatest of all time, you know, he's earned that, and I have a lot of respect for that, but I'm not fighting the myth, I'm fighting a man, and I'm a tougher opponent than anybody else he's ever fought.
Looking to finish it right here. Oh, man!
O Weidman é um atleta completo. Ele tem um bom jiu-jitsu, tem um bom wrestling e luta bem em pé. Eu não tenho um bom wrestler, eu preciso treinar o meu wrestler para poder me comparar e chegar ao nível dele.
He's gonna have to worry about my takedowns, but at the same time, I'm not afraid to start aiming some punches at his face.
Oh, man, that guy hits hard.
Cada um vai mostrar aquilo que tem de melhor no dia da luta. Ele vai usar as armas que ele tem e eu vou usar as armas que eu tenho para tentar vencê-lo.
I'm not really too concerned what he's gonna do. I go out there and do what I do, mentally and physically break my opponent. And once I beat AnC Silva, I'll be the man at middleweight.
Segurando aqui, ó. Quem quiser tomar, subir, bater o peso e cair dentro. The All-American, Chris Weidman, 9-0 in his mixed martial arts career. A 2-time Division I All-American wrestler at Hofstra, a 2-time junior college All-American, Grappler's Quest champion, longtime student of Ray Longo and Matt Serra. And they told both you and I, when he first burst on the scene, watch for this kid, because he is something special.
I've never heard Matt Serra give someone as much praise as I've heard him give Chris Weidman. The way he talks about this guy, the way this guy performs in the training room, and the performances that we've seen inside the octagon have indicated this is a special athlete.
Chris Weidman steps into the Bud Light prep point. Bud Light, here we go. And also,
he's very confident coming in, something you talked about in the open of the show. So many men, before they walk through that gate, have already been defeated by Anderson Silva. Chris Weidman says, that's not the case with me.
Whether or not that confidence makes any sense, we're going to find out in about 10 minutes.
Yes, we are.
But I'll tell you this, what we've seen from him inside the octagon is exceptional. What we've seen from him in the training room is even more exceptional. He believes that his best is yet to come, and the conventional wisdom is that if Anderson Silva wanted to fight Chris Weidman, now's the time instead of a year from now.
Yes.
Because he's getting better every minute of every day. And at 29 years of age, he's a young man. And at 38 years of age, one of the things you have to think about with a great champion like Anderson Silva is when does Father Time catch up with him?
Could it be tonight? We will find out as Chris Weidman gets the opportunity he has been very patiently waiting for, the opportunity to be a UFC champion. Joe, in every sport, there are exceptional athletes, and there are special all-stars who are better than the rest. But very few times do we truly see what we see with Anderson Silva. Somebody who does things that no one else does in his particular sport.
He's just the best mixed martial arts fighter I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen the greatest fights of all time, live, in person. This is the best. It's such an honor to be able to watch this guy fight, because what we're seeing is, you and I have been working for the UFC for a long time, and one of the things that we've seen is a massive evolution of the martial arts itself. This is the best example of that. He is the best example of what is possible. What is possible in the 21st century with modern training techniques and all the knowledge that's been accumulated all over the years. That's the best. He's the fastest. He's got the most accurate strikes. He's got the most well-rounded game. He takes the least amount of damage, and he has had the most spectacular results.
16-0 inside the octagon. 9 men have failed to bring down the champion at 185. The list of records is long. The title defenses, he's going for number 11, a UFC record here tonight. But it's what he does and how he does it. That's what makes watching Anderson Silva fight so truly fascinating.
His highlight reel is like no one else's.
Yes.
And it's against elite fighters like Vitor Belfort, spectacular front kick knockout to the face. The way he took out Chael Sonnen in their second fight. The way he stopped Stephan Bonner in Brazil. The way he crushed James Irvin and Forrest Griffin. He's just a really special athlete, and it's just a real treat to get a chance to see a guy like this fight inside the octagon.
11-0 in championship fights. The middleweight title last changed hands in October of 2006 when Anderson Silva defeated Rich Franklin. A UFC record 12 post-fight bonuses. He won the belt in his second UFC fight. He brings it in the octagon with him tonight. He plans on leaving with it around his waist. He is the champion, the greatest. Anderson, the Spider Silva. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening, is brought to you by The Wolverine, starring Hugh Jackman, in theaters July 26th. Silva, 38 years old, as Joe mentioned. Chris Weidman, just 29 years old. Everything else is virtually identical. With the official introductions, once again, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Presented by Bud Light. Here we go. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission with Chairman Bill Brady, Executive Director Keith Kazar, Commissioners Francisco Aguilar, Skip Avancino, TJ Day, and Pat Lundvall. Our 3 judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Marcos Rosales, Adelaide Bird, and Patricia Morse-Jarman. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Herb Dean. This bout is sponsored by Bud Light. Here we go. Powered by Ram Trucks, Guts, Glory, Ram, and Metro PCS 4G for all. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Middleweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a wrestler and a grappler, holding an undefeated professional record, 9 wins, no losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Baldwin, New York, presenting the challenger, Chris Weidman. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a Muay Thai kickboxer and jiu-jitsu fighter, holding professional record, 33 wins, 4 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 184 pounds. Fighting out of Curitiba, Brazil, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Anderson, the Spider Silva!
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're gonna have a clean fight. Let's touch gloves, make it official. Or not.
Herb, or not. Anderson Silva. Chris Weidman. UFC Middleweight Championship is on the line.
Ready. Let's do it.
Tonight's card brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go. Anderson Silva in the yellow and black trunks, like always. Blue trunks for Weidman. Look for early takedown attempts.
A lot of questions are going to be answered. Whether or not Weidman can hang with Anderson on the feet, whether he can defend against the shots, and whether or not Anderson can keep Weidman off him.
As we know, Anderson often early calculates what his opponent is going to do.
Deep shot, and he's got him down. Very nicely done. Wow, that was a quick takedown.
Anderson from the bottom
is very good off of his back. And that's something to think about. Not just defensively, but offensively. A lot of people don't recognize how high level his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu game is, but it is very high level. But Weidman is a special kind of beast.
And he's trying to pour it on here in the half guard. Looking to do some damage to Silva. Did not take long for the champion to be put on his back. Weidman able to posture up a bit here, Joe.
He's not landing clean shots, but he's landing shots. Anderson's doing a fairly good job of deflecting them, but he's not controlling the posture. Now he is. But now Weidman is concentrating on passing. And he's back in the guard. Got to be very careful with these up kicks.
Absolutely. Or that shot towards the knee that Anderson just kind of threw with his leg.
If Weidman goes in, what he wants to do is figure out some way to get... Oh,
that's a good shot right there.
Very good shot.
From the bottom, Silva. Weidman trying to spin around.
Spun around. He's going for a leg. But he could lose this position. He's not deep enough to get a heel hook. He's got to get closer to Anderson. Now he's pretty deep. Oh, that's nasty.
Trying to work on it. Spinning is Silva.
But he's got to be careful that he loses the position.
Interesting start.
Chris Weidman was hands down.
Anderson's going to start to check out the timing of Weidman's striking. He's the master at that. Sizing up an opponent and then pouncing and finishing.
Oh, wow. Yep. Interesting. Again. Wow, big shots there by Weidman.
Up against the cage is what he did against Stephen Bonner.
Anderson, though, utilizing the underhooks, keeping Weidman off of him. Not allowing Weidman to get an effective clinch. But Weidman's got to be careful of the knees here.
He's one of a kind. And there's the knee, Joe.
He landed that one. Wow, this is crazy.
Listen to this crowd. Anderson opening up now.
Good leg kick by Anderson.
Quick jab.
This is not what Weidman wants to do. He does not want to get in a kickboxing bout for his ego. He's got to be very careful with this game he's playing here. If he can take Anderson down, he should take Anderson down.
Yeah. Anderson continues to calculate with the stand-up game.
So far, good movement by Weidman. Again, hard leg kicks by Anderson. Wow. He's telling him to kick his leg. This is crazy. And that's got to mess with your head, man.
Yeah. This is why he's so special.
He's not even attempting to take him down. This is a huge mistake. Or not. Well, what do I know? I just got to think while Anderson's standing straight up like that. Oh, he just kissed him. How do you not love that guy?
Calm down, calm down. Breathe. Calm down. You know what you're doing. Take it easy.
I want you to punch a hole in his fucking chest. That's what I want. Everything else is good. Don't get careless. You're looking good.
Nice work on the ground. When you get the half guard, try to get chest to chest more.
How do you feel on the floor? Anything you feel? thief. Come on, give me your thief, man. See that white leg? Come on, baby. Come on, Weidman.
Very interesting first round. I don't know what Anderson's saying. Come on, he's saying, come on, man. Boy, this is a tough place to be in your 10th professional fight.
Round 2. Bring it. I like Ray Longo's. Ray Longo saying, punch a hole in his chest. You got to catch him.
Anderson looks like he's having fun in there.
Absolutely. Weidman with more strikes so far. That was with some ground and pound.
I'm just shocked that Weidman hasn't attacked. There it is.
There it is.
Anderson stuffed it. Stuffed it. Stuffed it.
That could be very problematic if that's the case.
Remember, the last time we saw Anderson taunt an opponent like this was Damian Maia. He put on a show for the first few rounds and then completely coasted for the last 2.
Head kick.
The speed difference.
Yeah.
Wow, he tried a crescent kick on him.
Anderson. Oh my, he got hit! Looking to finish it! It is all over! Chris Weidman is the UFC middleweight champion!
My goodness! Oh my goodness!
He has done it!
Wow! You can't play games in the octagon. You can't get cocky, even if you're Anderson Silva. Man! Unbelievable. Wow.
Chris Weidman.
He didn't respect Weidman's punching power, and Weidman cleaned his clock.
Fight replay brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go.
Here it is again. Left hook, and he pretends to be hurt, but this one hurts. Boom! On the chin. Anderson's hurt. That one finishes him off. He's out cold. Look at that. There's something you didn't think you'd see. Chris Weidman just knocked Anderson Silva out cold. He got silly, he didn't respect his opponent, and he paid for it with his consciousness. Let's see it again. Boom, on the chin, caught him flat, both legs parallel, and he has no idea what's going on. He's reaching up for Herb Dean, while Chris Weidman celebrates the fact that he is the new UFC champion. Look at this, left hook on the chin, the eyes roll back, and Anderson at this point, if he's aware, realizes he made a huge mistake. Out of all the crazy things we've seen inside the octagon, that might be the craziest.
I am still in shock and disbelief that it was ended by a knockout for Chris Weidman, who is the new UFC middleweight champion of the world. With the official decision, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 18 seconds of the second round. Declaring the winner and new UFC middleweight champion of the world, Chris Weidman.
Unbelievable.
I am here with the new UFC middleweight champion of the world, Chris Weidman. Chris, you dreamed about this moment. You trained for this moment. Does this even feel real?
You know, this is. I felt I was destined for this, but still, it felt like a little far-fetched. I imagined doing it a million times in my head, but for it to actually happen, it still feels surreal. Thank God. The only way this could have happened is God. He's the unbeatable freaking Bruce Lee of mixed martial arts, and thank God he gave me the power to do it.
Chris, I want you to look up at the big screen, and I want you to tell me what you were thinking when he was clowning, when he was dropping his hands and pretending to be hurt. What was going through your mind?
You know, Ray Longo, we brought in guys to kind of play with me and do certain things during the camp to try and mess with my head. I was ready for it. You know, it pisses me off when someone tries to do that to me, and I just knew little by little I'm going to creep on him, and when he's sleeping, I'm going to get him.
Let's take a look at it again. The big left hook is what clipped him. He starts dropping his hands. He pretends he's hurt, and this one hurts him. Boom, on the chin.
No one's invincible, and hey, I just gotta say all respect to AnC Silva. I would love to do a rematch if that's what he would want to do. He was an idol of mine. I didn't like to say it during the camp, but I looked up to that guy for a long time.
Chris, congratulations on one of the most spectacular performances I've ever seen in all the years of watching mixed martial arts. Congratulations, sir. Chris Weidman, ladies and gentlemen.
Chris Weidman is the champion. Here's Joe.
All right, I am here with the former champion, Anderson. Very gracious in your applauding for Chris Weidman. Anderson, you were playing, you were dropping your hands and taunting him, and you got caught. Tell us how you feel about that now.
Brincando com ele e ele acertou golpe. Fala como você está sentindo.
I working hard for this fight. I respect my fans in UFC, the fans here tonight. I respect USA because my big dream is working. I changed my life, I changed the life of my family because I live in the United States. I need to say thank you for Lorenzo, for Trita Brothers, for Dana White, for Joe Silva. Chris Weidman tonight is the best, he's the new champion. Chris have my respect because Chris is the best now. Chris is the best. I working hard, but Chris win. Hey, people, God bless you, all the people tonight. Thank you, America, for changing my life, changing my coach. I working hard. Chris is new champion. That's it.
That's it. Anderson, would you like to have a rematch with Chris Weidman?
No, Chris is the champion now. Chris, I need you. All the people tonight, I need you to respect Chris. Chris is the best. That's it. I finished my working. I don't fight more for the belt. I changed my life now because I working hard for a long time. I have the belt for a long time. I'm tired. I relax now. I back for my family. Chris is new champion. Chris, I need to respect people. That's it.
Are you retiring now? Is that what you're saying?
No. I have 10 more fights, but I don't fight more for the belt. I'm tired. I fight for a long time. My legacy for the belt is finished tonight. Chris is the new champion.
When you say that you won't fight for the belt, but you will continue to fight, does that mean you'll still fight at middleweight? Will you fight at light heavyweight? Do you have other plans? I mean, it sounds like you have plans.
My plan now is back for my family, is back for my students, and relax, and back for Brazil. I respect my fans in here, my fans in Brazil. I need to say one more time, thank you, United States, because I changed my life, I changed the life of my family, and I live in here now. I respect all the people in here. Brasil, eu tentei, o Chris é o novo campeão e ele tem que ser respeitado, é isso.
Anderson, you are very gracious in defeat, and thank you very much for an incredible career. It's been a privilege watching you perform. Thank you very much, sir.
The nearly 7-year reign as champion is over. It ends tonight at the hands of Chris Weidman. Tonight's Anderson Silva-Chris Weidman fight has been presented by Muscle Farm, fueling athletes safely. Mutual respect shown between the new champion and the former champion. Anderson Silva got knocked out, and Chris Weidman leaves with the middleweight belt around his waist.